What's up, everybody? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. We wanted to come on here, get some airtime, let everybody know I'm still alive and kicking. Um, I don't want to water my plants. I'm just looking. I see one of my leaves died. I don't want to water my plants yet though, because I just watered them. I don't want to drown them. I need to give them some sugar water. That's what I need to do. Give my plants some sugar water. Um, but anyway, y'all, how y'all doing? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Ignore the noise in the background. That's the people outside working. If you can hear it, I just wanted to come on because I know I've done a lot of videos, and a lot of them I wish I could have got access to, so I could replay them and like upload on my channel. Because I know I done some bangles. Because I done looked at like how I came up with content creator, but it was because of the views. See, people think that you gotta likes help. You know what I'm saying? Like in videos and stuff, they do help. But it's just like, to me, it's more about, you know what I'm saying, getting out the message that is given to me. Everybody's not giving the same message, you know what I'm saying? And so I tend to try to move with how the Most High move me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not connected to anything or anyone besides source, and that we cannot guarantee. We know we're connected to source, but you know, spiritually I'm trying to be in alignment with source. I want to show y'all a book. I'm gonna take this to work and read too, because I was thinking about it when I went to get my coffee. Now, for anybody, because I was pissed, I went to order my Black's Law dictionaries, and I from what was that daggone site I got it from? I believe it was Etsy or eBay. I think it was, I don't want to be lying on the company, but one of them, and I got to go back and look. But this is the book, first of all, I want to show y'all. See? The Dayspring of Youth. Yoga practice adapted for Western bodies. But this book is not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is, because we don't fully understand yoga. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people who practice yoga, but there's a science to yoga. Okay? It's a science. Yoga is a science. I'm going to just show y'all a few of the pictures that are in this book. This is a very old book. And I think I got this. I believe I ordered this book from Russia. When I ordered my Shungite, I do believe this came from Russia. That, and it's old. Yep. And it's called The Dayspring of Youth. And I'm going to show you some of the pictures in it. At the time when they had this book, I only paid $100, and then I got volume 2. How I found out about this book, it was a sister in Chicago, and she was in there with her husband, and she was reading it. And the sister was so spirit. This book is so old that I don't even want to touch it, but I do want to read it, and I'm not going to take it. What I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to have to stay there while they do it, and I'm going to have to find time, because I don't want to leave none of my books, but I want to go to book binders and let them, you know what I'm saying, do the back and put my book together. But The Dayspring of Youth, and the author's name is M. You might want to check this book out. Now, as I was saying, I was ordering both volumes of the Black's Law Dictionary. So they sent me 2 volumes of the second volume 2. And I have it here. So if anybody needs the second edition of the Black's Law Dictionary, I have one for sale. And you can inbox me to get the information. This is volume 2, J through Z. I have to order me another one, but I have another one for sale. You can inbox me on Facebook, those who on my page if you are interested in the second volume of the Black's Law Dictionary, and we can, you know what I'm saying, do that. But so I wanted to go back into, you know what I'm saying, I want to get back into my studies, because it's like some people, everybody has a different form way that they study, but at a certain point it's useless and futile to your development to constantly read and read and read and read and read and read, but you don't take that information and apply it to yourself. So once I learned certain things, I apply it to myself, and I go within and I start cleaning up, because like you know what I'm saying, I was a mess. I'm not a mess no more. But it's like when I look back and I be like, damn, yo, you was a fucked up ass person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not to other people, but to myself, because some of the things I did, you know what I'm saying, and decisions that I made were a detriment to me eventually. Now, I'm not a person that goes around intentionally and spitefully doing things to others. Let me get my coffee. I keep looking at it. I don't want to spill it. And I'm not a tit for tat and back and forth person. You know, I will speak up when I feel like it's necessary. I will come online and do a video when I feel it. You know, it's so much going on right now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a merciful person, because it's like, while I know that these people from these other nations have no love for us, you know, I would never get up and stand. I'm sorry. I can't stand up with the Somalian people, because I know how I have been treated personally. I know how they interact with us. I know, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was actively, you know what I'm saying, participating in Islam, how when we were going to the mosque where people from other countries, like, you know, in mosque there was a position, and like when you're getting ready to make your prayers, your elbows got to touch and your feet touch. And when I would like go shoulder to shoulder, they would leave and go back and get in another line and go get beside an Arab or another Muslim. So no, they don't see us as their Muslim brothers. And you know what I'm saying? When y'all know how they treat us. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me that I had paid, you know, to get my hair done. My hair is uneven because I went to an African salon. Let me show you how they fucked my hair up. And I remember I had Show Caprice because I was in La Hacienda, and this was like, they cut my hair and they fucked my locks up so bad that my locks, I have locks that are so fucking uneven because they were doing my hair. And I told them, you can just see the unevenness. My locks are supposed to all hang even, but this is a result of their work. When it was like, I told a lady, I said, I don't care. I said, you can braid my hair. I just want my hair out of my face. I said, I don't care if my locks are hanging out at the end. Now, if you look at my braid now, I'm going to say hood braiders. That's why I tell y'all to go back to the hood. Stop giving your money to people. Hood braiders would have braided this all the way down with the bohemian style, with this size, gave me a nice size medium braid, and they would have did it. Because that's what our sisters over here do, because they want to shine. They want to get that paper. They ain't about that. Even if they know a person don't like them, they'll fucking hook your hair up. And they ain't going to fuck you up because they want that paper to keep coming back. So the lady was cutting my locks. So my locks are uneven. You know, when a person cuts your hair the wrong way at the wrong angle, it takes a long time for it to grow back because they damaged that. So it's like I had to have to do a lot of work to keep my hair up. You know what I'm saying? To get my hair back healthy as a result of how they cut my hair. And they cut it. And I happened to just look down because I kept hearing something. I'm like, that don't sound right. And it just sounded like a different type of cut. And I looked, I said, don't cut my locks. You know what I'm saying? And it was like another older lady, she jumped up and she said something to the girl in French. And then next thing I know, the girl was leaving the store and she left. And the other lady that said something to her came and finished my hair. And the older lady in the back when I came back there, when she saw my hair, she was looking at them and looking at my hair, right? Because see, I didn't give them the energy they were looking for because I know how my ancestors roll and how the Most High do. And I'm talking about Sonya's African braids on South Military Highway in Chesapeake over there with the roses and the Goodwill over there at beside their zeros. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, the sad thing about the situation that we dealing with, you know what I'm saying, that we talking about now is because we are talking about it now because we had never addressed it long ago. Because we had sisters that was giving y'all hairdos that was like, they get doing micro braids for y'all for $150. When y'all were going into these African salons paying $250 and up. Y'all would leave, you know what I'm saying, and go up top where y'all could have paid the sister to do it. And y'all weren't going up the top to your own people. Y'all was going up to the Africans coming back. Y'all hair was beautiful, but y'all were paying almost $1,000 goddamn dollars for y'all hair. And now these people showing you how they really feel. They up here popping shit, talking shit after they got y'all money. Tomorrow they don't need y'all money. I guess y'all don't. Y'all done fucking siphoned everything y'all did, could, and picked the bones off the marrow and took the ignorance of our people, and you profited off of it. We ain't never came over to none of y'all countries asking y'all for a goddamn thing. Y'all come over here on our motherfucking land looking for a fucking payday to go back to your country. We never came and got anything from you. We never crossed the borders and asked you for shit. But y'all constantly talking about us over here, talking about our women and children that don't nobody stand up. None of our leaders stand up and address these leaders about what the fuck they say about us. The ones who have the power. We know we fucked up. I'm one of the fucked up ass individuals, but y'all need us. Because we the motherfucking battery in y'all fucking back. We the fucking ones. We're the most original people that's still on the planet if you want to be real. Color don't make you original. Our shit was suppressed. Our knowledge was suppressed. Y'all had y'all knowledge and information still amongst y'all the whole time while y'all were letting them come over there and rape and rob and ravage. They never stole y'all knowledge and hid it for y'all. Y'all hid it from each other. So don't come for us because we ain't never stepped across the borders to get shit from y'all. And for all them little whores that go over there in them other countries and selling their body, that ain't us. And usually it's the people that's already rich and that's their lifestyle. They're prostitutes for that's their profession. They're whores as a profession. Don't try to put that shit on all us. Acting like our kids weren't born out of love as much as it don't matter what the fucking men did. Y'all can't come in our community and do it. And that's what y'all mad about. Because y'all thought y'all was going to repeat history and come over here and pillage and fuck the shit out of us and stick your nasty ass, long ass dicks in our fucking mouth and continue to do it and we won't gonna wake up. Now y'all mad. What y'all think? We already learned from public enemy. Every brother ain't your brother because of his color. We was taught over here. We had leaders. It's just that it was time for us to wake up individually and then step into our power. So some of us couldn't be contained inside of buildings. We had bigger, our energy was too heavy. And it would have disrupted the fucking what was going on because of what was being born within us. So we had to walk away. But we see y'all, been seeing y'all. The only ones that have been showing, even though they disrespectful as hell too, but they show more respect than y'all. That's our color. And that's the fucking the people that look the light-skinned Chinese or whatever they are. I don't know all of their races. I don't know where them people come from, but a lot of them were already over here doing the laundromats and laundry and stuff like that for the Caucasians. So you got some of them that do have respect. You got them down in the South, down in Mississippi. But y'all come over here to capitalize. You don't give nothing back to our community. We come in y'all restaurants, y'all slink up against our men, you know what I'm saying, trying to romanticize our men being disrespectful. Y'all, we don't want y'all here while y'all sitting up there popping that shit. Because I'm one of them people that be among all cultures, and I know what all y'all about and how y'all feel about us, and none of y'all don't like us. And y'all, and especially the ones that speak the Spanish language and know that y'all the closest brothers that we got. Y'all closer than us than anybody, whether you want to accept or reject that bullshit. Y'all the closest to us. And your color just mean that the weight right, we y'all didn't fight much. Y'all just resisted and let them fuck the shit out of y'all women. So they got that color. Don't come for us. Don't come for us. I've been looking and listening to a lot of shit that y'all been saying. And now y'all hitting shit about how y'all really feel being publicized. And now y'all mad. Y'all mad. Y'all want us to march with y'all? And walk with y'all? Where was y'all at? I ain't see none of y'all at the marches, at the Million Man Bed Family March. I ain't see none of y'all in the crowd standing with us. All the marches I went to, only one I didn't go to was the Million Man and the Million Youth. And I ain't see none of y'all there standing with us at the on Capitol Hill or wherever the hell we was at, because I don't even know what them wherever we were at. Y'all won't definitely there standing with us, but we supposed to stand with y'all. Y'all got us fucked up. Y'all must really think we fucking boo-boo the fool. Y'all really do. Y'all look at us and y'all mock us, but y'all can't beat us. You want to be. That's why you hate us. You hate us because you ain't us. Then let's get real. Because I'm hearing this slick shit that y'all saying. And the only reason the other people you may have one or two African salons that really rock with us. Now, I can say the one that was by Norfolk State, by the 7-Eleven. Now, them sisters was over there. Every time I went there, I was treated well, and I never seen them do no sideways shit. They was like really like some was Muslim, and it was like the brothers that came in there, like they were respectable to us. But it was some, and it was one on Little Creek Road too, and the sisters was pretty good. But these nowadays ones, these younger ones is coming over here, who families are already rich. And they passing them salons on to family members instead of bringing family members over here to take y'all money back to their country as they mock y'all and laugh at y'all and cut y'all hair. When I used to clip the ends of people's hair, they used to tell me, can you clip the ends or burn it? Because I would go to put gel on it. They wanted them clipped to burn. And the ones who didn't want theirs cut, they let me know. They'll be like, my mama said don't clip it because when I go back to the shop, my hair, my petition will say that my hair uneven. I ain't have no problem with it. Use gel, smooth it out, put mousse on it, spritz, tie it up, lock it up, and they was straight. And I had them coming. But see, I did a lot of moving around. And as you get older, you know what I'm saying, your legs, you get varicose veins, and you know what I'm saying? And so it's like my skills wasn't the same. I know when to give up and let the young people have, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? We created this situation because we didn't stand with one another. And when we tried to stand together, you know what I'm saying? This is my problem that I always had about standing with people as a group. I have no master. I ain't no fucking slave. You know what I'm saying? So Islam is our self-lord and master. Okay? For all of y'all in the back. So I self-lord and master. I have no master. And so when you begin to wake up and you truly break the chains on your mind and let go. And really, if you want to say God, let go and let God until you become God. Then you learn how to take the good with the bad. You learn how to sit back and let things happen that do not involve you. You learn to accept the rejection. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't make your stomach hurtle. When people don't want to be around you, the only time I'm going to tell you on some real shit, when my first brain kick in, which is your stomach is your first brain. That's why your stomach always gets upset when you're in danger or around people that mean harm to you in any kind of way. So the only time I really had them feelings, it was only when I was around certain people. So I don't deal with them. Or when I go to my job and I know it's going to be some bullshit on the job, or if I come home and I know somebody's lurking and watching, I can feel people in the ethers. I can feel people throwing them decks down, trying to get them out energy. I can feel people with the mirror magic. I can feel the covens coming together, and y'all be getting people together who don't even know me. Y'all done got people putting some shit that don't know me, but they went along with the narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here like, you know what I'm saying, that want to come for me like because I'm me. That's something. Who am I for real? For real? That's what you got to ask yourself. When you got enemies and you ain't bothering nobody, you ain't spreading. Do you know how much shit that I let go in one ear and out the other? People don't like me because they know what they have come to me with. But see, because I'm not a cowardly person and I don't throw people under the bus, I let y'all motherfuckers marinate and stew in your own shit. I don't run back and tell shit. And that's what y'all so fucking worried about. That's what y'all really don't like me for. That's why I don't accept Apollo line. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I don't do, you know what I'm saying? I always been dolo. Hold on. I know I want to go out Calvert Square and get with Tracy and Demetrius because I want to do something, get them something, do something with them for back to school with the children. It's just like it's so much. It's like I still love community work and things of that nature, but it was at a point where it was like I was really neglecting myself and my life and my lifestyle, and I shouldn't have been living the way that I was living. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when at one point I was always talking about God, always talking about God, always talking about God. You know what I'm saying? To where people thought I was a zealot nut. And so it was like when I looked around, I was like, are you crazy? Because you don't have nothing. Everything you had, you gave away. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the Most High started waking you up and calling you to yourself. I will always say something about Chicago, y'all. I don't drink that water. And I would say, hey, they say you go get closer, you get to the white light, the more dark it is. No. There was some good people in Chicago. Let me tell you, it's some good people. Well, I ain't gonna say good because that's not a good word. There are some blissful, great people in Chicago. They look like you and they look like me, and they don't be with the bullshit. They be about their business. Y'all gotta understand that you gotta move around on this planet. You can't be stuck in one place and then have the mindset that everybody is the same because you won't step outside of your box and adventure this fucking planet while you here. Even though you got people that's going to other countries doing shit that's bogus, that's making us look crazy. At the same time, at least they're still, even in their ignorance, they're still going out and they're seeing the world. Some of us have the means, but we holding on to these dollars so tight, you can't take that shit to the ground, and you ain't got no guarantee your children ain't gonna fuck it up when you leave, and your grandbabies. We already seen that happen before. Our communities show us that our grandbabies can tear some shit up, you know what I'm saying, from what was left, from what is being rebuilt from now. You know, I'm glad to be an indigenous grandbaby. I'm glad. I'm proud to be an indigenous grandbaby. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew and I remember being told that I couldn't write it on my forms in the schools by another melanated woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know my struggle. Y'all think I got a issue with my color? No, y'all got an issue with my color. Let's just bring up the shit that goes down because y'all don't know what people who smiled in my face said to me in pertaining to my color. That's how I know the hearts. People use your color and they weaponize it. And that's what we do in our communities. We need to clean that shit up out of our heart. We gonna get real here today. Cause y'all don't want it. What they RZA say, scratch underneath the surface. If that's your purpose, scratch underneath the surface. It was Rizzle or Jizzle, one of them, they had some Quake, and I had all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting older now, and I haven't listened to them in a long time. He said on a man-made lake, there's a sheet of skin thin ice where unskilled skaters cut figure eight twice. Scratch underneath the surface. And only certain people know what that meant. Hey, that whole CD was the shit. It was a brother named Elite that put me on to the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to listen to Grave Diggers. That was my youngest son, Tori. His father used to listen to Grave Diggers and Mobb Deep and all that stuff. So, and he was from Cali. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I think about, I would promise you that the greatest time that I had in my life was in the hood. And that's why I always would go back to the hood. But when I went away to Chicago, and the workers of iniquity wanted me dead when I came back, they started putting lies out in the streets about me. And if there are any documents with my signature, trust me, it was forged to get people to try to kill me in the street when I came back. And then they were saying, and evidently from, you know what I'm saying, putting things together, they had some kind of way tried to infiltrate me before I got to Chicago to make it so I had no avenues of protection. So I didn't leave Chicago because the people I were around were a problem I saw what nobody else saw, and I came back. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. And it is going to be a day of reckoning for people. People got their day of reckoning. People who poisoned me, people who tried to set me up, they get murdered in my community by my people with lies and rumors. Y'all day of reckoning. What you planned for me is going to be your demise, because what you put out in the universe comes back to you. That's why I tread light, because I know I ain't got no power nor might but through what the Most High installed in me before I was birthed into this realm. Gave me enough to make it through. Because see, we still tethered by our astral sheath. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, our indigenous lineage ain't even shit when it comes to how powerful we are and what we are. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you have to pull people who have to come back to their tribes, because the knowledge of who you are is in your tribal roots. That's what makes it important. That's why people try to confuse you and have you thinking that you would belong to the landmass of Africa. What they're talking about is so many years ago, when this landmass was one Al-Kibu line. And so they want to keep replaying that story to block out of your mind, because that ain't even that. That Gaia is your energetic frequency that you can do many things. Magic carpets, fuck a magic carpet. You could leave your body anytime you want to, and that's what they didn't want you to do. Your energetic field keeps this matrix running. If you were to connect with what you have locked up inside of you, that's the trap of the flesh. And that's when Seven Bomar broke down the serpent. I tell y'all, I don't care what y'all think about that brother. You know what I'm saying? See, I had it with what I learned is who a person is externally is not the internal makeup. See, we too busy. Where he get all that from? I know how y'all think. And then that light blind you, so the Most High push you away because they know they ain't right. That's why a lot of people don't catch on to him. It's only for a certain group of people to get into it, to be able to contain what that brother putting out. But for all of y'all light workers, for y'all who know that this shit is beyond flesh and blood, this shit ain't about flesh and blood. That shit matter when it comes to the physicality, war, coming together as a unit. It matters with that. That's when it matters. That's when the physical matter. But you can transcend that if you come into one with who you are internally. You can bypass all that shit that's going on. But y'all want to cling to the earth. And when we as a whole don't matter, that's why they say just because one person made it, we look at how many people who aren't awakened yet. So that's what keeps us in this low energetic field, because you can't rise above your people. You can't. So we gotta constantly teach, constantly talk, constantly wake these people up, and it's draining as fuck because they don't want to hear it, because it is no physical, tangible thing that they can see and grab and say, look what I got. So they don't want the information or the knowledge. And when they get it, they want to make it mean what they want to make it to mean. But what I'm getting is not coming from outside. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in this world. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Living in the flesh is beautiful when you master it. Living in the flesh is beautiful when you master it, but when you don't haven't gained mastery over yourself, you're going to be constantly living in a struggle. That's why I said the true magic is when you have full and total control of your mind, when you become an alchemist and you learn that, hey, when people come at you, control your thoughts, because that's how they drain your energy, through anger. You know how much anger have y'all ever bubbled up to the point on the inside where you got acid reflux after your anger come down? You can't calm your stomach down. You be so mad, and that shit contained. When you transcend that shit, you become more powerful. When you don't have the outburst, when you don't let them see you sweat, you become powerful and untouchable. And when it is time to go to war, when the ancestors and gods give you permission to walk in your true power, baby, you're going to be unstoppable just by yourself. You don't know what awaits you because you're scared to let go. You scared to let go and really let the Most High lead you. You scared. And you know you scared because that means you're going to have to face yourself. See, a lot of when we were young, we was told to go, when they talk about praying in the closet and stuff like that. Remember Carrie, because she was in that closet, them demons came out of her, and all the shit that people did, that there was a dark side of her energy. She was tired of the abuse, of being mobbed, and all that stuff like that. That was one of my favorite goddamn movies, Carrie, because see, I grew up in religion, and that was it in my day. That and Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. Them was my two favorite. Them was my two favorite movies. Mm-hmm. Sissy Spacek and Drew Barrymore. Mm-hmm. Them was my two favorite movies. And so it was like, I think of my childhood. Yeah, I've always been alone. I've never been like anyone else. But I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here because I need some I gotta handle some business. But grand rising to everyone. Have a blessed day. Hold on, I'm gonna share this right quick before I end it. Share this. Let me see. Okay. right, y'all. So, all right, everybody have a blissful rising.